When people imagine living in an RV, they usually imagine the highlights, the road trips, the views, the quiet places you park for the night. But the reality of living this way every day is a little different. After years of living full-time in an RV, I've learned something that almost nobody talks about. RV burnout is real. And strangely enough, it usually doesn't come from the problems people expect. It comes from something much quieter. Something most people don't even notice at first. I'll explain that in a minute. But first, if you're new here, my name's Jonathan. I live full-time in an RV while working a regular 9-to-5 job. This channel isn't about vacation RV life. It's about the routine, the cost, the trade-offs, and the quiet freedom that exist inside a structured life. But the reality for a lot of full-time RVers looks very different than people expect. Because for many of us, the RV doesn't move Monday through Friday. You wake up, you go to work, you come home. And instead of walking into a house, you walk into 300 square feet every single day. And after a while, something interesting starts to happen. The space that once felt simple starts to feel smaller. The routine gets tighter, and the lifestyle that once felt freeing starts to feel a little heavier. But the part that surprised me the most about RV burnout is that it doesn't come from the problems people expect. It actually comes from something much quieter that nobody talks about. And once you recognize it, RV life becomes a lot easier to manage. Because the real pressure of RV life isn't mechanical problems, it's not campground reservations, it's not even maintenance. It's the constant awareness. You're always thinking about something. Water tanks, power usage, weather, internet, propane, battery levels, where you're parked, where you're going next. None of those things are difficult by themselves, but together, combined, they create a constant mental load. And when you combine that with living in a small space and working a normal job, it slowly starts to drain your energy. In a house, you can walk into another room. In an RV, you're already standing in it. If you've ever spent a full week inside a small RV, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There isn't really anywhere to escape the routine. Everything is right there. The kitchen, the bed, the workspace, the clutter, all within a few steps. And over time, that tight space can start to feel mentally exhausting. That's RV burnout. If you've ever felt that way while living in an RV, you're not the only one. And almost every long-term RVer experiences it at some point or another. But here's the important part. RV burnout doesn't mean the lifestyle is wrong for you. It just means something is missing. Because living this way long-term requires something most people don't plan for. You have to intentionally reset, slow down, change scenery, step away from the routine, reconnect with why you chose this lifestyle in the first place. Because RV life can be incredible, but it isn't automatically relaxing. And just like any lifestyle, it requires balance. And if you ignore that balance long enough, burnout slowly shows up. But if you learn to recognize it early and reset when you need to, this lifestyle can become one of the most rewarding ways to live. Almost every long-term RVer eventually learns this lesson. You don't just need vacations. Sometimes you just need a reset. Because the difference between burnout and a balance in RV life is learning when it's time to step away and reset. And when you understand that, a bigger question usually shows up. If this lifestyle has challenges like this, why do people choose it in the first place? And that's something I'll talk about more here. Because there are a few reasons why I choose this life instead of staying in a house. Thank you again for being here and watching. Remember, we're here for a good time, not a long time. Soak it all in. We never know what tomorrow will bring. Hopefully, I will see you in the next one.